Everyone, my name is Manolis Spinorilakis, the founder and producer of Reality Crowd TV, and welcome to our latest episode of our reality TV show entitled Crowdfunding Campaign VouliWatch, Empowering Democracy in Greece. Today we have some wonderful guests on the show, but before we get to the introductions, I would just like the audience to know a few ground rules on our show's work. At any time, you will be able to ask a question using the question and answer application, which is within your Google event page. You will also see the actual Indiegogo campaign on the actual showcase application within the actual Google Plus event. And if you'd like to take a look at that while we discuss it, you're more than welcome to do so. We host shows on a weekly basis to really highlight the crowdfunding industry, and today we are very happy to have a crowdfunding campaign that is near and dear to my heart, of course, as it impacts Greece. And so I'd like to have an introduction of the actual co-founders of this effort on Indiegogo. The first person I'd like to introduce is Stefanos Lukopoulos, who is the managing director of VouliWatch. And Stefanos, can you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, hi Manolis, and hi to all the audience. Thank you for the invitation. It's wonderful to be on your show. I'm Stefanos Lukopoulos. I'm the managing director of VouliWatch. I'm a political scientist. I grew up abroad. I've just returned to Athens the past 10 months to start VouliWatch. So it was a big thing for me. And I'm very excited to be doing what I'm doing. We're doing really well so far, and we'll talk about it more soon.
Excellent, Stefanos. Thank you so much for joining us, and especially now that it's the evening time for you in Greece. So again, thank you very much for joining us. I'd also like to introduce Maria Nathaniel, the communications officer of VouliWatch. And Maria, would you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Hello Manolis, and thank you for hosting us at your show. Good luck, you are a startup too, as we all know. So, hi to everyone who is watching. I'm Maria. I am in charge of the press office of the VouliWatch initiative and the communication strategy. I have studied law and I have worked as a lawyer and had a master's degree in sociology, and the past 4 years I've been working in communications. I'm one of the first persons joining the VouliWatch initiative, and I really love it. It's going really well so far, so thank you very much.
Wonderful, Maria, and again, a pleasure to have you as well. You know, the VouliWatch team is under good stewardship with you two as part of the team, so thank you again for joining us.
Thank you,
for the audience to know exactly what VouliWatch is, I'd like to take a moment to actually play your Indiegogo campaign that you currently have live. So I'm going to actually share my screen so that the audience can actually see exactly what your campaign is all about. And we'll play that right this second.
Στη χώρα που γεννήθηκε η δημοκρατία, ο κοινοβουλευτισμός αμφισβητείται. Τα τελευταία χρόνια νιώθουμε ότι οι αξίες μας χάνουν το νόημά τους. Ο διάλογος υποχωρεί απέναντι στις φωνές. Όσα θεωρούσαμε δεδομένα αλλάζουν ή χάνονται. Η οικονομική και πολιτική κρίση πάνε μαζί. Τη ζούμε καθημερινά. Το να γκρινιάζεις και να διαμαρτύρεσαι χωρίς να προτείνεις τι είναι η εύκολη λύση. Δεν οδηγεί όμως πουθενά. Εμείς επιλέξαμε να κάνουμε κάτι άλλο. Το VouliWatch γεννήθηκε στην Ελλάδα το φθινόπωρο του 2013. Μια παρέα νέων ανθρώπων πίστεψε ότι υπάρχει τρόπος να γεφυρωθεί το χάσμα ανάμεσα σε πολίτες και πολιτικούς. Όλα τα μέλη της ομάδας μας έχουμε εργαστεί σε οργανισμούς εθνικής και ευρωπαϊκής πολιτικής, στην επικοινωνία, την κοινωνική επιχειρηματικότητα, την ψηφιακή καινοτομία και την πολιτιστική διαχείριση. Πάνω απ' όλα όμως, έχουμε εμπιστοσύνη στις δυνατότητες της γενιάς μας να αλλάξει τη χώρα μας. Στις 16 Μαρτίου του 2014, το VouliWatch ανέβηκε στο διαδίκτυο. Η διάχυτη δυσπιστία, η έλλειψη χρόνου και η αμφισβήτηση των ψηφιακών μέσων στην πολιτική ήταν τα πρώτα εμπόδια που έπρεπε να υπερβούμε. Όμως, μέρα με τη μέρα, η δουλειά και η επιμονή μας άρχισαν να αποδίδουν. Οι πολίτες ρωτούν και σχολιάζουν, ενώ οι βουλευτές άρχισαν να απαντούν. Κάθε χρήστης της ιστοσελίδας μας μπορεί να μοιραστεί με όλους εμπειρίες, ιδέες για νομοθετικές ρυθμίσεις και να συμμετέχει ενεργά σε πολιτικές συζητήσεις εντός και εκτός διαδικτύου. Οι VouliWatchers πιστεύουμε στη δύναμη των νέων τεχνολογιών και στη σύνδεσή τους με τη λειτουργία των κοινοβουλίων. Στόχος μας είναι να ενεργοποιήσουμε τη συμμετοχή των πολιτών, να ελέγξουμε και αξιολογήσουμε τη δραστηριότητα των βουλευτών και ευρωβουλευτών, να θέσουμε σκέψεις και ερεθίσματα προς συζήτηση. Το VouliWatch είναι ένας πολιτικά ανεξάρτητος, μη κερδοσκοπικός οργανισμός. Τα μέλη μας υποστηρίζουν οικονομικά, διαχειριστικά και τεχνολογικά τη λειτουργία του. Δουλεύουμε καθημερινά ώστε το VouliWatch να γίνει ένα σύγχρονο δημοκρατικό εργαλείο για όλους τους πολίτες.
Για να συνεχίσουμε την προσπάθειά μας, χρειαζόμαστε τη δική σου υποστήριξη. Πάρε και εσύ τώρα μέρος στη crowdfunding καμπάνια μας και στήριξε το όραμα της γενιάς μας για μια καλύτερη δημοκρατία μέσα από τη δράση και όχι την αντίδραση. Μαζί μπορούμε να διεκδικήσουμε θεσμούς που λειτουργούν και κάνουν τη ζωή μας καλύτερη. Είσαι ένας από εμάς και είναι ο νέος VouliWatcher.
That was a great video, and I'm going to give you all a chance just to explain it a little bit further. But I wanted to show the audience exactly where you are currently. So you've been fundraising now for the last month or so. On October 2nd, you started, and you have about 6 days left. You've raised about €12,000 out of your total goal of €20,000. And that in itself is a success. But let me actually bring you back to the audience here so that everyone can hear from your own words. What inspired you? I mean, everyone has heard of the news in Greece on how there's been a lot of economic turmoil and political unrest. But tell us from your eyes, tell us what inspired you from your perspective to create this organization, and maybe give the audience a little bit of a better understanding of how it feels to be in Greece right now.
Yeah, that's a very good question. As you pointed out correctly, over the last few years, the situation in Greece, both at an economic level but also like at the societal level, has been quite rough. Unemployment is rising, people feel disillusioned. The rise of unemployment and the increase of taxes and so forth has brought disillusionment in people. They've started turning their backs to the political system, and to a great extent, some of them have resorted to extremist parties which don't advocate democracy. As you may know, there is the Golden Dawn Party, which is like an openly fascist group, which is in Greek Parliament, has been voted in by the people. So, seeing all this, we decided that it's about time for someone to employ the internet, digital technologies, at the service of democracy. We wanted to bridge the gap between politicians and citizens. We wanted to start a new sort of dialogue among them and gradually rebuild trust by promoting transparency, legitimacy, and open dialogue. So this is what prompted us, really. The need in Greece for people to express themselves in an orderly and actually, with a result, in a way that could have results, rather than just complaining about it or just protesting. This is a middle way.
can I add that we wanted to make people believe that there is, to an extent, a certain control also of the politicians, because the general belief here in Greece is that we have all kinds of perfect legislation, but no one applies it, and either the politicians abide to it. So during the legislative procedure in the Greek parliament, now with the VouliWatch, the citizens can evaluate and control how their representatives conform at the laws during the procedures, the votings and everything. So they need to believe that there is a to an extent, a certain control from the part of the people for their representatives.
Yes, yes, because people have lost their faith in the democratic system. They think that no matter what we do, no matter what we vote for, things are always going to be the same. So we, through this platform, we're trying to instill the idea that no, it's not that way. You can still have control over who's in there, who's in the parliament, and you can have a say. And why not eventually change things for the better?
Absolutely, and I think, and as the video showed too, I know it's especially needed in Greece right now, but I'm not sure if it made national news, and you could tell us, but in the last few days in the United States, Ferguson, the decision not to indict a police officer has been all over the U.S. airwaves, and so, I mean, there's a lot of disillusioned citizens who are resorting to protests, who are turning into violent protests, and I mean, they need to channel their energies, I guess, in something like VouliWatch, because they can have a say in a more productive way that will make the whole process non-violent and actually end up with a result. Has it been national news for you guys as well to see that?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
it's been all over the news and the social media, because we keep track of the US media as well, so it's been a big issue.
And we have a lot of police violence in Greece as well.
Who goes unpunished.
That goes unpunished, yeah. So,
like in 2008, it was Grigoropoulos.
Yeah.
An adolescent was shot by a policeman in the area of Exarchia, downtown in Athens. He was unarmed, and he was shot dead. He was 16 years old, and that sparkled a series of riots afterwards in Athens.
Yeah, I mean, and so VouliWatch is not to try to.
There was a trial, but the policeman was like sentenced
acquitted,
to 3 years of prison, nothing, and then he got off. So it's this general idea in the sense of that anyone goes unpunished, and it's even more severe when someone can hold a gun and kill a person. It's not
the thing is, I mean, there is you drew a parallel here, and I'm going to take advantage of it because the thing is that the problem with the system that we currently live in the Western world anyway is to a great extent problematic, and this is because, and this we can witness by upsurges and by uprisals and by the fact that people are discontent. This is obvious. This is everywhere. So the question is, why is this happening? Why are people so discontent? Why are people not involved in politics so much? And the answer to this, I think, is that people feel detached. People feel like they're not part of the democratic process and therefore have lost faith. And that's another reason why VouliWatch, I think, is important, and what we're doing could be easily emulated in other countries too, because the people need to feel like they belong in this democracy. They need to feel like they have a say and that they'll be heard. So once politicians start listening to people, then I think things may change for the better.
Absolutely, and I mean, and let's move on to actually how the VouliWatch can make people be more engaged in the political process. And I think a lot of what we can discuss here can also be done through viewing your actual campaign. So I'm going to allow you to answer that question. How does VouliWatch allow people who are currently disenchanted with the political process to re-engage in a positive way?
Yeah. Well, the first thing that VouliWatch does is it makes it easier for a citizen to get in touch with a politician. So the citizen that's already disillusioned, there's no way he's going to like pick up his phone and call an MP or go and see him in his office. So what we do is we provide through our platform the chance for citizens to get in touch with their MPs online. So we've created like a profile for each member of parliament, whereby the citizen can view his the way he votes in parliament, what committees he's in, and also his personal data, personal information such as his curriculum vitae, and also they can ask a question, and this question is posted on his profile, and then the MP is called to answer it. So there is a sort of debate or an answering question session that takes place online and openly for everyone to see. So that's the first tool that our website offers. Then we've got another tool which is based on crowdsourcing, on a crowdsourcing approach. This one basically allows citizens to upload an idea or a proposal they may have in terms of, I don't know, changing legislation or a problem they have in their community. So they can go in this, they can go on our platform, upload their issue, upload their idea. The rest of the citizens and users of the website can rate this idea, they can comment on it, they can enrich it, and at the end of every month or two, depending on how many of these proposals we have, the proposals with the most votes, the most highly rated proposals, we send them to the relevant committee in the parliament. So this is a way for like citizens to have their ideas channeled through our website in the parliament where decisions are taken. Then we have a third tool which allows citizens to see how MPs vote on each legislation. So you can, this tool specifically tells them in a very simple way what this legislation is about. It provides all the relevant information, all the relevant documentation, so citizens have a full image, a full picture, and then they can see how their elected representatives voted. Then the last feature is the topic of the month, that's how we call it. That's when we decide on an issue, on a topical issue. We present the whole story behind it, and
the respective legislation, all the information needed.
And then we host an online debate on this issue, and usually after a month, once this debate has ripened online, we organize a live event whereby we invite members of parliament, academics, members of the civil society, and citizens, and we host an open debate. So these are the main functions of our website. This is how we're hoping to engage people with politics. Obviously, we provide first-hand information on what's going on in the parliament. So we do a bit of journalism as well, in a way. And I think these are, for now, because we're working on some more democracy-promoting tools at the moment. And we're hoping that through the crowdfunding campaign money, we'll be able to have them ready soon.
Wonderful, and so these tools seem like a great way for people who are disenchanted to really engage with the younger demographic too. I think the majority of people who really feel disenchanted, and I know this is true in America, but I guess you could maybe tell us about it in Greece. The millennial generation, the 18 to 30-year-olds. How bad is it for them right now, not only in the political process, but how bad is it for them financially? I mean, what does the unemployment rates look like for the younger generation in Greece?
Okay, well, the situation is quite bad in Greece. Like, youth unemployment in Greece is skyrocketing. It's almost 50%. It's really hard to be young in Greece at the moment, but the the issue is the thing is that this leads to a sort of disillusionment. But we
and I mean, you know, and that's why when there's a crisis, it's ripe for innovation like the VouliWatch platform to come in, because the younger generation is more apt to be more social media focused, more internet based. That's where they get their news, and they want the community.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly why we designed our website, our platform, the way we did. I mean, if one goes on it, he'll understand that it's quite its outlook is quite fresh, it's quite youthful, because our target audience, to be honest with you, is our main target audience. At least it's the youth, because change can come through the youth, and I think, well, I don't think, it's a fact, the youth is the future. So.
And the most affected from the crisis, because they are in their most productive years. We are the generation that is highly educated compared to the past, but we don't have the advantages that the previous generations had in terms of employment. So they are a basic target group. It's not excluding. We welcome older people as well, of course, but.
Great. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, and so you have about 6 days left. You're at about 12,000 euro out of your total goal of 20,000 euro. When you raise the money you need, what are you going to use that for? What is that 20,000? Stefanos, are you there?
Yes, we're there. Okay.
Yes. We lost you for a second. Okay.
So I'm sorry. The question was, once you raise the funds you need, what are you going to do with the funds you need once you raise them?
Yeah. First of all, let me start by saying that VouliWatch is an independent, non-for-profit organization. Therefore, our funds are limited. We're working on donations and on a lot of volunteering and pro bono work. So this crowdfunding campaign was crucial for us, so as to ensure that we can carry on our communication campaign, our dissemination campaign. So part of this money will be used to make VouliWatch more widely known. And most importantly, the largest sum of this money will go towards our new applications that we're preparing. One of them is called Policy Monitoring. Through this application, citizens will be able, in a very easy and straightforward manner, to compare and contrast the political party positions on given thematics in a codified and easily to understand manner. So that's the first tool that we're going to build with this crowdfunding campaign money. The second one is going to be called Candidate Watch, and it's going to be used during elections time. And as the name suggests, it's basically going to give an opportunity to candidates that haven't been previously voted in Parliament to create a profile on our website and have a means to communicate with their potential voters, because not all of them get TV or airtime or radio time. So this is a way for citizens and candidates to get to know each other and make an informed judgment, let's say, on who and what they're going to vote for. So these are the main things we're going to fund with the crowdfunding campaign.
Wonderful. I mean, it sounds like you guys are doing amazing things for Greece, and of course the future will be to roll this out across the world. You're very close. You've reached about 59% of your goal. I want to give you both a last word, maybe an appeal to the audience or anyone who might come across this video, as to how they can help you during the next 6 days, and if they happen to miss the campaign, maybe how they can engage with you afterwards. So I want to just give you that opportunity, both Stefanos and Maria. Please let us know how we can help you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Manolis. Obviously, apart from chipping in to our crowdfunding campaign, you could just like and share, to your friends and your audience through your social media accounts or via email about our crowdfund. The reach out is really important for us. Even if you can't be a donor and give us some money, everything that could help sharing the idea and the crowdfunding campaign could be really helpful and useful for us.
Yeah.
So like, share, and support it any way you can.
And of course, as I said earlier on, we are a non-for-profit. We want to stay a non-for-profit. We want to stay independent. We don't want to be attached to any big organization, company, or political party. So it's crucial, if we want to carry on our job, our work, it's crucial for us to be supported by the people, financially, that is. And also, let me add that we do have a PayPal, a donation corner in our website, crowdfunding campaign apart. So even once the crowdfunding campaign is over, one can log in our website, go on our website, and find the donation button. And if they're feeling generous.
Absolutely, and let me give you a small little something that you can do right before you guys are done with your Indiegogo. Because the Indiegogo campaign stays on there forever, it'll show the actual what you guys actually were able to accomplish on Indiegogo. Change the profile to say our crowdfunding campaign's over, but you can continue to support our campaign by going here. Make that the top thing, because once it's over, you can't change it anymore. But if you just keep it like that for, just add that little piece right there so that after it's done, they can come back and go directly to the link to help you contribute further.
Excellent
idea. Yes. Thank you, Manolis.
No, you're very welcome. So, Stefanos and Maria, it's been quite the honor. I love what you are doing for Greece and eventually what you'll be doing for the rest of the world, getting people who are disenchanted to engage in the political process so that they can see the change that they want. So once again, Maria and Stefanos, it's been a great pleasure to have you both. Thank you for coming on.
For us too, Manolis. Thank you very much for having us.
And good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And so for the audience, thank you all for watching us today. Without you, we could not do what we do week in and week out. We are very grateful for you as well. And until next time, dream it, believe it, achieve it. Thank you.